Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Warriors are qualified for the playoffs and fans are still hoping to win the championship. If this team doesn't win now, the Warriors will have a lot of changes, and a veteran player who could return to the Warriors to pair with Stephen Curry is star Kevin Durant. To do business with the Phoenix Suns, the Warriors had to release some players, and one of them will be Draymoind Green, who does not have a good relationship with Kevin Durant. Rumors: Warriors want to make a move to be champion next season. A massive offseason acquisition is the last thing on the Golden State Warriors' minds approaching the postseason. Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the Dubs could shock the world by turning up the heat in the playoffs and frightening the top dogs. However, Golden State's inability to end the 2024-25 season with flair could make swapping a four-time NBA champion for a 15-time All-Star forward a legitimate possibility in the offseason. Given Kevin Durant's hefty $54.7 million salary in 2025-26, Golden State would almost certainly have to include Draymoind Green in this deal, Bleacher Report's Andy Bailey wrote Monday. With the personality clashes between Draymoind and KD, that might actually get the former Warrior to soften his stance on returning to the Bay. Much of the rest of the incoming salary could be offset by a sign-and-trade involving restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga, who still has plenty of promise but wasn't in Golden State's rotation in its final game of the season. As for what a deal like this might mean for the Warriors on the floor, this would obviously and dramatically change the team. Draymoind has been the backbone of this defense for well over a decade. His versatility and intensity set the team's identity as much as anyone but Stephen Curry. But another early playoff exit this year would make it 5 of the last 6 years ending well shy of a title. And that might be enough to justify a philosophical shift. Bailey's trade proposal would send Green, Kuminga, sign-and-trade, Buddy Hield, a 2026 first-round pick, and a 2028 first-round pick to the Phoenix Suns for Kevin Durant. After firing Mike Budenholzer on Monday, it's safe to say the Suns are still searching for an identity. Although Durant's scoring and shooting splits were impressive this year, 26.6 points per game on 52.7% field goal shooting and 39% three-point shooting, it would be logical for the Suns to begin rebuilding by parting with him this summer. Phoenix has repeatedly failed to meet or exceed expectations with Durant. 0 Western Conference Finals from 2023-25, giving the Warriors a chance to take him off their hands for good. Durant controversially secured 2 NBA titles with the Dubs after joining Curry in the Bay in 2016. The two-time Finals MVP occasionally bumped heads with Green during his 3-year stint with the organization, but still found a way to help Golden State prevail when it mattered. With Curry nearing the end of his career, forming a big three with him, Durant, and Butler would allow the best shooter of all time to improve his odds of adding another ring to his superb resume before retiring from the NBA. While Golden State fans would miss Green in the Bay, the Warriors would be in great shape for another NBA Finals run in Curry's late 30s. Draymoind Green blown away by what Tracy Jackson-Davis did on the Warriors bench, one of the most. Draymoind Green was moved with what Tracy Jackson-Davis did for one Golden State Warriors rookie. Against all odds, the Golden State Warriors have finally secured the 7th seed in the Western Conference as they gear up to face off against the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. The Warriors did so following their hard-fought 121-116 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. It was the Dubs' first win in the NBA play-in tournament. They were 0-3 before this contest. While most were focused on the win, veteran star Draymoind Green revealed a heartwarming story about sophomore forward Tracy Jackson-Davis. Draymoind Green loved Tracy Jackson-Davis' class act. Although head coach Steve Kerr didn't play Jackson-Davis against the Grizzlies, the second-year NBA forward found a way to still win the hearts of his teammates. Green labeled it as selfless action by Jackson-Davis as he paid respect to rookie Quinton Post on the Warriors bench. I want to mention something that I saw today that no one will give a shit about. Tracy Jackson-Davis did something on the bench today. He didn't play in the game. There were no seats left on the bench. Quinton Post said, "Tracy, can I get that seat?" Tracy just got up. And a part of me was baffled he got up for the rookie. Because the rookie, if there's no seat, you sit on the floor. He just got up and gave him the seat. I walked over to him and I said, "That's one of the most selfless things I've ever seen a teammate do. Because 99% of the time, you're going to be like, go sit on the floor, rook, or go find a seat somewhere else." Green further added that Jackson Davis then proceeded to stand in the tunnel rather than make a huge deal about a rookie asking for a seat on the bench from him. Green on the special moment, "That's why you win games." The 4x NBA champion was thoroughly impressed with Jackson Davis' actions and even credited this selflessness as being a primary reason that wins games for teams. "I wanted to put that out there because that to me? That's why you win games. It's chemistry. It's selflessness. It's togetherness. I just thought that was a huge moment, and nobody else saw it except us three. I wanted to share that because I thought that was a really big moment for our bench, that you can make him sit on the floor, and nothing happens. Or you can get up and boost confidence in him, and he goes out there and hits a three. I thought that was special." Despite following a tough road, it feels like the Warriors roster is in a great place mentally as they prepare for a potential deep postseason run. 3 Golden State Warriors bold predictions for Rockets series in 2025 NBA playoffs. The Houston Rockets may have gotten one of the unluckiest draws in recent memory by earning the number 2 seed in a year when the Golden State Warriors are the number 7 seed. Since the All-Star break, Golden State has gone 21-7, the second-best record in the Western Conference in that span. Houston will attempt to frustrate them with a firewall defense and with one half of the Super Twins, Amen Thompson hassling Curry for 4,700 square feet. On Tuesday night, the Warriors dispatched the Memphis Grizzlies 121-116 to advance out of the play-in where the Rockets await them. The betting markets favor Golden State over the higher-seeded Rockets, but we've seen this act before from a young team that went all out in the regular season just to draw a veteran playoff contender that has been waiting for April to trigger that next gear. Here are 3 bold predictions for what you can expect in this series from the surging Warriors. Steph Curry will solve the Amen Thompson dilemma. In his most recent outing against the Rockets, Thompson gave Curry the bends and the Warriors guard shot 1 of 10 from the field, scoring only 3 points in a loss that precipitated their spiral into the play-in. Thompson's ability to frustrate Curry in a single regular season matchup makes sense. He's a young, generational athlete who can reserve his energy for the defensive end because he's often a spectator on the offensive end. That can take some time to adjust to. In 41 possessions defended by Amen Thompson, Curry has a 31.3% true shooting percentage according to DataBar. However, expecting him to hound Curry into oblivion for an entire series is blasphemous. In 4 previous matchups against the Rockets, Curry has tallied 107 points. Ime Udoka has seen a motivated Curry before in the 2022 NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. That didn't turn out so well for the Celtics. The Rockets will undoubtedly make him work, but Curry has always found a way. Spring has sprung and playoff Jimmy is back in business. The 30 points per game Jimmy Butler has averaged in his last 4 games constitute the most potent 4-game scoring spree Butler has gone on since the 2023 postseason. Butler took his time integrating into the lineup. But he's activated a higher plane of basketball functioning. When the playoffs begin, Butler upgrades to Jimmy Butler Premium. It's been 2 years since we last saw him dig into his trick bag like this. It must feel like déjà vu for Butler to swing into the postseason as a 7th seed after a play-in victory. Houston will get physical with the Warriors' wings, but Butler can go mano-a-mano with Dillon Brooks, and for the first time in years, he'll find that the defense scheme will focus on a player beside him. Draymoind Green and Steph Curry have their own 6G connection going on, but Butler is dangerous in his own right. Jalen Green will continue playing brick music. The Rockets may have to buy disaster insurance to account for Jalen Green. When Green has faced the Warriors this season, he's been an incredible liability. His jump shot has played drums off the rim. In 5 matchups with the Warriors this season, Green has been the inverse of Amen Thompson. He's also an uber athlete who can shoot Houston in and out of a contest. the Rockets swingman has struggled to find the bottom of the net. Against the Warriors, Green's 12.6 scoring is well below his season average. To top it off, he's also shooting just 31.5% from the field. From beyond the arc, he's misfiring to a greater degree, hitting on just a quarter of his attempts. Don't be surprised if Udoka has to slash his minutes midway through the series.